welcome to the Money Tea. Today we'll be talking about Bitcoin. So maybe you're wondering, what is this hype all about? Or maybe you think Bitcoin is too hard to understand. Well, stay tuned because this video is for you. To get started, what exactly is Bitcoin? Before we can understand what Bitcoin is, we first have to understand what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is a form of digital-based network that is distributed across a large number of computers. So the word crypto is derived from the encryption technique that is used to secure this network. So it's basically just a series of computers. So cryptocurrency is actually mined by these large computers. It can be very, very large sometimes, and they require a lot of energy to keep the cryptocurrency running. So these networks run around the clock, and it's actually a series of complicated equations that keep all these cryptocurrencies running. So Bitcoin is a form of cryptocurrency. So unlike the dollar, the euro, the pound, or any other currency, cryptocurrencies are actually not issued by any central government. So in a way, they are immune from government interference. So now that you understand how cryptocurrencies are made, why is Bitcoin so valuable? Unlike ordinary money, which can be printed by any government, Bitcoin is created by a series of very, very powerful computers through a process called mining. Because this process is so intensive and requires so many computers and so much energy, there's actually a hard cap on the number of Bitcoins that can ever exist, and that is 21 million. So now, because there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins, there's this built-in scarcity, and that is why it is valuable. Think of it this way, picture your favorite car. Now imagine if there could only ever be 100 of your favorite car in the world. Like obviously there'll be more than 100 people who will want your favorite car. So as a result, the value of your car will increase because there's so many people who want it. So that is one reason why Bitcoin is so valuable. Another reason is that in recent years, Bitcoin has become more and more acceptable by institutional investors. So now you have banks, you have large companies, and then you have even the government who are looking to go into like Bitcoin. And because of this wide acceptance, the value of it is increasing. Unlike other assets, whose value usually comes from something, the value of Bitcoin solely comes from investors being willing to buy it and wanting it. So basically now you have companies like PayPal and Square who are now accepting Bitcoins, and as a result, because of this wide acceptance, the value of Bitcoin is increasing. So does that make Bitcoin safe? So unlike assets like currencies which are backed by the government, the value of Bitcoin is solely based on the fact that people are willing to use it. So the more people want to use it, the more its value increases. And if people don't want to use it, then its value decreases. So does that mean that you should be investing in Bitcoin? Well, not really. Despite this wide acceptance, Bitcoin is still a very, very risky asset, and you should only invest in it if you have a very, very high risk tolerance. So basically, what I will say is that do not invest in Bitcoin with money that you cannot afford to lose. So if you only have $5,000 in your bank account, do not take all that money and put it in Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin's value is worth what someone else is willing to pay for it, right? So today the value can double, but then tomorrow the value can also halve. And it just depends who's willing to buy it. Okay, cool. So now that we have that out of the way, how can you buy Bitcoin? Well, it's actually very, very simple to buy Bitcoin, and there's so many trading platforms that you can use. For example, Robinhood, Coinbase, and Gemini. You can use all of these apps to buy Bitcoin. And what about the $50,000 price tag? You really don't need $50,000 in order for you to invest in Bitcoin, and you can invest with it with as much money as you have, and what you will do is that you just buy a fraction of one Bitcoin. What this means is that if you have $10, you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin that will be equal to the value of $10, and then if you have 100, if you have 1,000, however much money you have, you can just buy a fraction that corresponds to that monetary value. But hold on, Bitcoin is not the only cryptocurrency that you can invest in. There's actually other solid alternatives such as Ethereum or Litecoin. So Ethereum is actually the most successful alternative to Bitcoin, and it was created in 2015. Just so that you know, there's actually over 4,400 cryptocurrencies that you can choose from. Okay, what if you totally do not want to buy Bitcoin? There's other ways that you can indirectly invest in Bitcoin. So one way to indirectly invest in Bitcoin is to invest in companies that have services related to Bitcoin or hold some form of Bitcoin. Companies such as Tesla and MicroStrategy have all invested in Bitcoin. Another less direct way is to invest in companies that have technologies related to Bitcoin. The large tech companies such as Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, Google all use blockchain technology, which is the same technology that Bitcoin uses. Well, I hope that simplified Bitcoin for you. And that, my friends, is the tea of the day. Until next time, cheers!